Hi there Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bossk Bounty video. And in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars, the Vintage Saga Collection IG88, and we're going to be comparing him against the Vintage Collection IG11. We're going to check out the two figures and work out what they really need to do to this one to bring him up to this one's standard. And shock horror, this video has got absolutely nothing to do with the Book of Boba Fett. It probably would have been a bit more advantageous for me to put a video out about the Book of Boba Fett, seeing as that is what everybody is talking about at the moment. But I wanted to do this video for ages. I've wanted to be opening this guy for ages, and I've only really ever had this guy carded, IG88, but this one I managed to pick up and it's not in too great a shape, the card back, so I'm not too bothered about opening it. So we're going to open him up, as I say, and we're going to compare him against IG11. So if you do happen to enjoy this video, don't forget to drop a like down below. And also, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We're only 200 subscribers away from 20,000 subscribers, which is just mind-blowing for me. I never thought I'd be able to get that many subscribers on this channel. It's as I say, it's just mind-blowing. So thank you so much for the support. And also, of course, when we do hit 20,000 subscribers, no doubt I'll be doing some awesome giveaways and things like that. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also hit the little bell for notifications as well, so you never miss a video. All right, let's get IG11 out of the way and just have a quick look at the packaging. Now, these Vintage Saga Collection were released in around 2006, 2007, and for some reason it's in a trilogy clamshell. So I know it's already been opened, so let's take him out of here. Now, some of these clamshells were really hard to get open. They were like sort of sealed shut on the sides, but this one had tape, and as you can see, the card back is in a mess. There's creases all over it. So at the end of the day, we're just going to open this guy straight up. But such a great card back. Of course, it mirrors the Kenner version from back in the day. And on the back of the card, you had this sort of like history lesson there with the original figure. There he is on the same card back. Absolutely awesome. You can see this card's had a bit of sun damage as well. So it's a well-worn card and definitely one for opening. And this is going to be the bounty hunter I need to complete that lineup that were on the bridge in The Empire Strikes Back. So that's going to be awesome. All right then, so here he is out of the packaging, IG88 from The Empire Strikes Back. And, you know, first of all, it's got to be said, it's a great looking figure, isn't it? Absolutely stunning sculpting work and everything going on there. The body of him looks fantastic. The paintwork looks great. He's got like that sort of silver finish on him with a bit of rustiness going on in some of the joints. Really, really good looking figure. And of course, what's going to let this figure down is the articulation. And we're going to go over the articulation in a second and compare him to IG11 just to show you how far, you know, they've come with the different technologies of the articulation, especially on the arms and the legs. But in terms of the figure there, I'm just going to bring him out slightly so you can see the whole thing. Quite a large figure, as you can see, because of course the IG units are tall figures. I mean, if we just bring in Bossk very, very quickly and put him on the stand next to him, you can see he towers over Bossk, which is pretty cool. So as I mentioned, he is really good. He comes with his single bandolier, which looks great, and on the back there he has like a little holster, which is another complaint of mine because it doesn't actually fit either of the weapons that you get. You can't put either of the weapons into that nice and snug. They both hang out. And he has that kind of blade axe thing strapped to it as well, which is pretty cool. And you have those mines, or whatever they are, thermal detonators, I guess you could call them, on the back. So really nice figure. He's going to look great amongst the other bounty hunters on that bridge of the Star Destroyer. You can see the two weapons there. He comes with the longer rifle there and the Stormtrooper blaster in that hand, very much like IG11 does. Now, in terms of the articulation, let's get straight onto that. So the articulation of this guy is you only have the swivel on the one part of the head there. So these eyes, or whatever you want to call them, do move independently to the rest of the head. Whereas IG11, the top swivels, the middle swivels, there's like maybe 4 points of articulation on him. On this guy, you've only got the one and then the one at the neck as well. So that's just one issue. But the main issues for me are the shoulders and the hips. So with the shoulders, they are not on ball hinges. So essentially they're just swivel shoulders. So they go all the way around like that. And the little ball joint is actually in the bottom there, which gives you a little bit of rotation in and around there, but you can't get the arm out to a 90-degree angle, which is a bit of a shame. He does have the elbows, of course, and then the hands. They don't swivel at all. There you can see there, they're just like a pincer type hands, and they don't articulate or anything. So that makes it holding the weapons a little bit clunky as well. But no wrist swivel or anything like that. So that's the issue with the arms, is that you can't get them out like this. If you look at IG11, what they did was they put the ball in there, and you can just really just put him out and spin, and he just goes everywhere. This is fantastic. Now, of course, when we had the Empire Strikes Back, you didn't see these droids moving around like you did in The Mandalorian, so I guess we can forgive them. Like IG11, he does have a hinge at the top of the torso there, which he can do like a crunch with, which is a bit strange. He has a swivel at the waist as well, similar to IG11. But the other issue with this guy is most certainly the hips. So he can only do a swivel at the hips, and then when you move it back, this little pipe seems to pop out of his groin area, I guess, which is a bit unfortunate for him. But the fact that that's only a swivel is a bit of an issue, because you don't really get too much motion on there. He does have a swivel at the top of the thigh, he has the knee, and of course he has the ankle joint as well. But when you look at IG11, the hips pop right out like that. He can do some awesome movements. So they can spin right round. He has all the articulation, and that is why this figure is superior. But of course, we are looking at about 15 years between the two figures, so it's inevitable that, you know, the newer one is going to be more advanced in that sort of area. But saying that, you know, this is a great looking figure. There's no getting away from the fact. And if we just bring them both in now, just to look at both of them together, they both look fantastic. And hopefully when they come to, you know, redoing IG88 for the Vintage Collection and improving on all of the articulation, it's my hope that they only take the articulation from this guy and put him on here. They don't just repaint this guy completely silver or whatever, because they are completely different droids. They have many different parts. You can really see by the torso area, especially with all those pipes and canisters and everything that's going on IG88. They are different figures. Of course, we have the different bandolier as well. And there we go. There's all the bounty hunters together from The Empire Strikes Back. It's really good to finally have IG88 in my loose collection so I can complete that lineup. He has been missing for a while. Of course, this one isn't from the Vintage Collection. This is a Droid Depot figure, but I much prefer it to the one that was offered in the Vintage Collection. I think it's a much better Forlom or Zuckuss, whichever way you want to call it. And we've got Dengar there. So that's Forlom, Zuckuss, Bossk, and we have the brand new Boba Fett. Now, I do understand that that isn't the version from The Empire Strikes Back, but I think he's currently in my Slave 1 at the moment, or Fire Spray, as Disney likes to call it. But it's always going to be the Slave 1, we know that. So there you go then, guys. That's just a video of me opening up my final bounty hunter for the lineup, IG88, and a little bit of a comparison against the brand new IG11 figure that we were treated to at the back end of last year. So there you go then, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to my Patreon supporters and channel members. Thank you to Lobot, who is my most recent channel member. Thank you for supporting the channel, my friend. Thank you all for watching, and we shall see you on the next one.